My name is Phyllis Weisberg. I'm a 90-year-old widow. I was the victim of an online scam. The scammers managed to get into my checking account. They removed $20,000.
Welcome to another episode of Cyber Saturdays, where we talk about cyber crimes and the real impact that they have on very real victims. Today we're talking about tech support scams. They can take many flavors. They can be the Microsoft tech support scam, where you get the pop-up on your screen telling you that your PC is locked and you need to call Microsoft tech support, or insert company name here, tech support, where you have to then call the number that's on your screen for help and guidance on how to remove this virus. We're talking about Phyllis Weisberg and how she lost $20,000 in a tech support scam. So, let's jump right in. Phyllis was doing something on her computer, as she normally does, when out of the blue a pop-up appeared that told her her computer is infected and she can't use it, it's locked up, she needs to call tech support, and the Microsoft tech support team's number right there on the screen. She picked up her phone and dialed the number. Once she dialed the number, they tricked her into having her install software like AnyDesk or TeamViewer onto her computer, and they took control of her PC. And in doing so, they gained access to her banking login details, and she lost over $20,000. The thing about these scams and stories like Phyllis's, it's not rare. It happens so often. And so many people are so shy and scared to speak up about what happened to them because it's embarrassing. And a lot of times people don't even know they were scammed until long after, when they look at their bank statement and see there's money gone. And something that stood out to me about Phyllis when I saw her video, and why I chose to tell her story, is she wants to help other people from having this happen to them. She's 90 years old, but she's willing to tell her story. And I want you to know, if you've ever been scammed, that it's not your fault. These scammers are growing more and more and more advanced by the day. And the only thing we can do is educate ourselves. So there are so many people that have told the same story, and Microsoft has investigated this, as well as the FBI have. And though these tech support scams aren't always from Kolkata, India, a lot of them actually come from Kolkata, India. Scammer Payback, shout out, one of my favorite channels, have shown these scams so often. And even scam-baited scammers doing just this scam, this tech support scam. It's a very simple scam because it literally gives a pop-up on your computer and tells you it's frozen. And numbers and research are showing increasingly that it's not just elderly people that this is happening to. We are all vulnerable. We are all vulnerable to this happening, and it's never your fault. And you want to know something about this particular scam? Coming from a developer background myself, that scam is only dangerous the moment you pick up the phone. The moment that you pick up the phone and speak to one of those scammers, that's when the manipulation starts. That's when the mind games start. That's when they get the ability to gain access to your computer. The only thing that you have to do when you see that pop up is unplug your computer from the wall turn it off. Whilst it has traditionally been thought that these kinds of scams have mostly impacted elderly people because they might not know as much about technology as we know today, research has shown that because more of the younger generation spend more time online, that makes us all vulnerable to these kinds of scams. They're becoming increasingly advanced. And scammers are never gonna stop scamming. But the best thing we can do is turn off the computer when we see that pop-up and educate ourselves about all the different kinds of scams and arm ourselves with the tools and knowledge to protect not only ourselves, future generations, but also our parents, our grandparents, and anyone and everyone who is vulnerable to become victims of scams. Be careful out there this week, and remember, when you see that pop-up, first thing you should do, have you tried turning it off and on again? Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.